I've read in your one of your posts that a big part of you come from a lineage of temple holders and ceremonialists.
Yeah.
And you're spending a lot of your energy and life into basically doing this for other people, into helping other people opening up. Was that a calling that was always part of your life, or it happened or it developed at some point?
Yeah, definitely it developed. It wasn't there from the beginning. I also feel because in the beginning I was very distracted by this outside noise from the world. I grew up in Switzerland most of my life, and my mother, she was very, she really wanted us to adapt to this Western culture and to be part of that and to be successful, like successful in the terms of the capitalist and the Western world, which meant, you know, going to university, making a lot of money. And so the first part of my life, I was trying to fulfill that, to be a good daughter. You know, like many Asian parents are like, yeah, you have to become a doctor or an engineer. And my mom was like that too.
It's the same in Italy, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the same. We're laughing because it's the same.
And I became increasingly more depressed. I really lost my vitality. I lost my joy for life. And also going to business school, like realizing that the system of the world is not designed for us to be holistic and to take care of each other, but it's designed to extract the resources of the world. It's designed to go for endless growth. But endless growth is not possible on a planet with finite resources. And realizing all of that, I had to drop out of school. I dropped out of college, and for a while, I was just, doing nothing and healing, which for me is in my capitalist worldview that I grew up with, and especially with the Swiss, you know, in the Swiss, like they're always doing something. For me, it was very hard to do in the beginning, like to do nothing.
You're going against your family beliefs, essentially.
Yes, yeah, totally. And to just allow the guidance to come through, you know, because the guidance cannot come through if we're always busy and always like distracting ourselves. And in those moments was actually when I heard the calling to come back to Bali. I was deep in the Amazon jungle, and then I was just, became very clear, like I had to come back and learn again the ways of my ancestors, learn the ways of Bali. And that was the first thing that I did. Like, it was just that. It was just go back to Bali and learn the ways of the ancestors.
I'm very curious, before we go into the rest of the story, into what was the catalyst for that? So it seems your environment was teaching you one way, which was let's call it the Swiss way, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And that's what you had visible. But something in you, or something maybe you saw outside, told you this is not necessarily the way that resonates with you. What was that? Was it maybe your father and his lineage and his background, or it was something more internal to you?
Yeah. I just want to clarify, it's my mom's lineage. My mom is the Balinese.
Your mom is Balinese, yeah.
Yeah, totally. My dad is Swiss.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom, like, she wanted to adapt to the world of her husband, you know, and also like feeling as she came from a third world country and coming to a world that is like more developed and that seems to be more successful, that seems to be more abundant.
Got it.
And wanting to adapt to that. But the catalyst was for me, I feel like it's something that was always there, you know, it was always within me, but it needed to come through in a period of connecting with the indigenous wisdoms of other lands. So I was in Bolivia and in Peru. And there, the indigenous people are still very present, especially in Bolivia. And in Peru, I was living in the Amazon jungle, and I was spending a lot of time with indigenous people there and with the jungle itself. Like, I was just in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. And I feel that was the catalyst for me, like just to come back to nature, you know, and come back to what is really important in life, which is not becoming the most successful person in the world per capitalist lifestyle, but it is to be in harmony with the world around us.
And then you took that trip that was after you decided to take a moment of break, or that was before? Yeah, after.
Yeah, it was after.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you took a trip in Peru, Bolivia. Then you understood, you felt the calling.
Yeah.
And what happened after? You went back to Switzerland?
Yeah, I went back to Switzerland first, and everyone told me you're going crazy, you know. And then I was like, maybe they're right. I went back to university for 6 months, and just the whole thing crashed down on me again. Like I became depressed again, and then I just knew for certain, like, okay, I tried this. I tried now a second time to do what the people around me tell me to do, and it was like my mental well-being was just going downhill. And in that moment, it became really clear to me, like, I just have to follow this calling. I have to go back to Bali, even though my family is not supporting that. And the people around me tell me, no, you know, you have this opportunity of getting first class Swiss education and you're throwing it away. But I just knew in my heart, especially after that second experience of trying it again, that I had to what my heart tells me to do. So I gave everything up in Switzerland. I sold all my belongings and I moved to Bali.